In the nation's capital, there's an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. It's called doing good, and this force is controlled by you.
We can make money by doing good.
In a lot of ways, we don't think of service as service in a traditional way. We think of standing alongside a community. And standing alongside means that we're all serving one another, right?
But when we were able to stay connected with Serve DC, we were able to be good at doing good.
In the district, the driving force behind this force for good is Serve DC, where passion connects to purpose and the biggest beliefs in DC's potential are realized.
Serve DC is an amazing office. We're actually really unique across the country. At our core, we are the Mayor's Office on Volunteerism and Partnerships. And as our name indicates, we focus on all things volunteerism, partnerships, and collaboration, particularly as it relates to focusing on public policy priorities of Mayor Bowser and just addressing social good in a collective way.
Real people, real stories, real collaboration, real success. Now another real milestone, Serve DC is celebrating its 20-year anniversary. Across those years, it's been the pipeline between the desire to give and the desire to serve, creating a safer, stronger DC. A prime priority for Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Under the mayor's vision and leadership, Serve DC sets the table for companies, charities, residents, nonprofits, and small businesses to come together and chew on the toughest social and policy issues impacting communities. Among its core functions, managing the district's AmeriCorps program. Washington, D.C. has earned the title as the #1 AmeriState in the country. Serve DC's other core functions: empowering residents to be prepared to respond to emergencies and disasters, driving public-private partnerships in support of social challenges and mayoral policy priorities, overseeing donations to the district government, promoting and administering district grants, and promoting volunteerism.
An agency such as this is so important because we know that when we are addressing social issues, when we are looking to advance policy, when we are looking to really get down to some of these root issues that are impacting our communities, that government alone cannot do it.
In terms of recruiting and training DC residents to respond and assist with emergencies, the program is called the Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT. For 2020, the agency took in over $51 million in donations from governments, businesses, foundations, individuals, and associations. And Serve DC allocated over $51 million for various needs in the district. It's obvious this year has been a banner year for doing good. On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Rise Up, Debt Down, Serve DC's Day of Financial Empowerment for Residents. JP Morgan Chase co-sponsored. The company is providing over $100,000 to Serve DC for financial empowerment projects. That same day, Serve DC assisted City Year, helping recruit volunteers for its day of service. It's an organization that lifts up schools and students and receives AmeriCorps grant money from Serve DC. All year long, the agency has helped countless people and organizations do good, even global companies you know well. When COVID-19 struck, Uber wanted to help, but wondered how to help. So they turned to Serve DC to provide free rides to essential and healthcare workers, domestic violence victims, and other benefits to those in need.
Serve DC was vital to our ability to serve as many people as we did. I think one of the invaluable resources and points that they provided was to already say, look, we've got a list of these organizations and these people who are in need. So we didn't have to start from scratch.
During the pandemic, the agency met its mission, vetting, collecting, and allocating millions of dollars in services, contributions, food, and financial support for all district government agencies. The agency also assisted frontline workers, took in and distributed masks and PPE, recruited and trained residents as volunteers, and propped up nonprofits.
efforts were really critical to this need, or not even the need, but the desire that businesses and residents wanted to step up and serve. They really wanted to figure out, how can I bring my time, my talent, and my treasure to support my district, to support my mayor, to support this administration. The volume at which those kind acts of generosity were coming in were overwhelming.
Acts of generosity, agents of change. Like one group that turned to Serve DC to provide smartphones, tablets, computers, and other technology donations so families could connect in a time of social distancing.
To be good at doing good, you have to be able to scale it up. And that's essentially what Serve DC was essential in pinpointing exactly the hospitals and nursing homes in the area that had already reached out.
And Martha's Table, an organization supporting strong children, families, and communities through education programs, food distribution, and other assistance.
So Serve DC really stood alongside us as we were standing alongside the community and provided much needed resources.
Virtually everyone agrees this year of success could only happen under a visionary leader.
The enthusiasm and the passion that she has for her job, for the organization, for building relationships, and for getting corporate involvement to really do good for the citizens of DC is vital to the success that we've seen in our partnership.
Serve DC has a phenomenal mission, and any organization is only as good at executing its mission as its leader.
For her, serving the citizens of the District of Columbia is at her core.
We love Serve DC. We love Serve DC. I'm gonna say it a third time. We love Serve DC.
I am really passionate about all things community. I am really passionate about all things collective and all things that are grounded and centered around service, which would make sense that I be the Chief Service Officer. We have a great city, an amazing city that we live in, and I want to make sure that there's a vehicle, that there's a voice that is constantly pushing each of us to understand the role that we play in making sure that this is a great city for everyone.